Hey Toy Squad, what is up? Today I'm going to do a custom team. Now I already did the red team, right? The team that I had. Now I'm going to do a green team. And pretty much I'm sticking with like original trilogy, stuff like that. None of the prequel stuff and none of the First Order or anything like that. So I want to do like a green squad day. Now I got a Scarif, regular Scarif. I already took the belt off. I want to put some pants on. Now I saw a guy on Instagram do it. DT, I'll put his thing right here. So like I said, I'm not the first to do any of the stuff that I'm doing. I'm just doing it my style, taking tips along the way from other people, unless it is something that I just make up and do. I don't know. Either way, I want to do some pants kind of like how he did. I think I figured it out because he did his on one of the hover tank troopers, I think. But I see how he did it, and I think it was a really brilliant idea. So shout out to him. And so we got him. We got Scarif. Boom. We're going to do Scout. Boom! I'm going to try to do the same thing with him. I don't know how it's going to work. I'm going to cut some of this belt down here off. Some of this plastic and stuff. And then also the dude that I've been working on, he's got like the Terminator arm and stuff. But it came out really well. Pretty cool. It's on a, I believe it's Taskmaster body. Old school trooper helmet, stormtrooper helmet. And then the belt is from some type of video game or something like that. Some action figure from a video game. So yeah. So he was pretty cool, but he's not gonna look like that when we're done. I'm gonna mess him up. So we're gonna do some greens, some grays. I want to do some grays here and there. So I just got a bunch of fabrics. Everyone always makes fun of me. Oh, you never got sleeves on. Blah 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 blah. Guess what? Those sleeves, I saved those sleeves so I can use them for stuff. Also, I got this thing because we have jersey sheets on our bed sometimes out of the year, and it comes with this cool little bag, this jersey bag. This forms really well around figures and stuff because it holds really tight. Example. Let me show you what I mean. Like you can see the knee pad, so that way you don't have to, you can have the knee pad inside, but damn it. Yeah, so you'll be able to see like the detail in the knee pad and stuff. So you'll know that there's still a knee pad there. So you could do, like you could dry brush over it, put some wear on it, stuff like that. All my stuff that I'm doing is like these guys have been out. Maybe these guys are more of like in a forest type place, more wildlife. And yeah, they're going to be grimy. They're going to be beat up. I wish I had some of that fake grass I could put in some places like seaweed and shit. That'd be cool. But I don't. So shout out to Two Sons, the custom group, Star Wars custom Two Sons. Check them out. 6-inch. I always murder the name. I'll just put it right here. So check them out. Awesome custom group on Facebook. So yeah, if it's your first time being here, I do tutorials here and there. I show mostly just my customs. I open up toys too and then do toy photography with them. And yeah, so let's get crack-a-lack on this. So make sure I use hot glue gun. Everything I do is usually pretty, I try to get stuff done within a day or two. So I don't like to sit on stuff for more than that because I have a crazy brain. I want to get stuff done. So we're going to jump into this. Make sure you got good scissors. Make sure you got your hot glue. Maybe some super glue, craft glue. I use this craft stuff. So you can get that at Hobby Lobby. And I'm very transparent in everything that I do. Very transparent. So I just like to tell everyone, because like when I started out back in the day, people weren't transparent about how they did stuff. They're like, I don't know how I did it. So I'll tell you what I'm using and stuff like that along the way. Paints I'm going to be using, I think, yeah, Citadel today, Model Masters, stuff like that. And then for the weathering technique, I use the Citadel like 3-step, but I use more than that because I do a black wash, I do my own rust. I also do these little powder pack things. These are from Tamiya. If you guys have never seen them, they look like this, like a makeup set pretty much. And I use that, and then yeah, we just keep going and going and going until it gets to how it looks, how I want it. People ask me all the time, how do I weather stuff? I just keep going at it until it looks good. I do like maybe 10 layers of stuff. I don't even know. So, let's jump in it. I'm going to shut up and I'm just going to start working. And so one of my biggest things is I believe that the Scout, like they're the best shot, right? So I believe that they need more than this little puny, little Men in Black looking ass gun. So That's going to be holstered down in the ankle, which would be sweet if you could just put a sweet blade in there or something like that. But yeah, anyway, back to it. Like, we know these guys are the best shot out of all the troopers back in the day. Like, First Order are supposed to be the best. I know a lot of people aren't fans of First Order, but First Order is supposed to be the elite, like the top of the line, best out of all the troopers. So, yeah, we're going to get him a better rifle. Or a rifle. First things first, I'm going to cut this off right along there, like right along here. Along this here, underneath the main belt. I'm gonna cut that off into the diaper piece because it's like rubber underneath. Alright, so here's where we're at right now. I did do the green pants on this guy, and then I wanted to give him like a little tear of the gray on there. We're going to weather that up anyway. Not sure about that. Put a little kind of cape scarf thing on him. Also going to weather that up, set it right. It's kind of off. He's got to get some green on him, probably in the spots where it's red. Maybe one of the shoulders. I'm not sure yet. Haven't gotten that far. So he's set. We got this guy. Got a green strap added. That's just suede here, this suede cord. They can get in a bunch of different colors, but I figured these colors would be good for like straps and stuff like that. All that stuff is always super cheap too. This scarf was a scarf that I had laying around that I pulled apart. So he's got to get painted up. I just did kind of like one of these things going on for him. Kind of all the way around. So just really want to hit him with the soft goods, stuff like that. And then for the scout, I did, it's like a gray, but it almost looks like jeans, but it is a gray. And then I did another strap for him. And I actually had another scarf belt, and I put that on him because he looked kind of weird without something right there. And once it's all weathered in, like black inside of all that and stuff, it's going to pull it all, kind of pull it all together. I put on this like cape looking thing. I kind of wanted to do that. I don't think I'm going to put a wire in it. I might. I don't know. I didn't really leave myself enough room to do that. So, yeah. So all we got to do now is hit these guys with some paint. And we will be on our way. So we got him going. We got some greens here. I still want to weather them. Get them all going. So I wanted to use two different greens. I used like this bright green, which was a dry Citadel. I also have this in a Tamiya that's pretty good. I use that, and then this green, which is a base. That's what I used for kind of like these areas and stuff like that. And I did some gray in there also, which was just another easier type of gray. So, and then I don't know if I actually showed you guys all of the cape and everything, but I have two different capes. This is like the one that goes around his waist, underneath the belt. I'm going to do some browns, I think, or I'm not sure how I'm going to do it yet for the weathering, but we're going to get there. We're going to figure it out. And then for the scarf guy, put some green pants on him. Trying to make that work. Let's see, just use some hot glue, and I think I already showed you guys the pants, but so I just did some greens on them. I want to keep the visor red. I think that looked cool. I'm also going to do the visor red on this guy right here on the Scout. So yeah, just did some greens where the reds were pretty much, and then I added some different spots too on the legs to give them more green. Some more greens going on. And for Scout, just did a thing right there. Did a line going down. If he were to have like his arm a certain way, just want a little bit of green. And yeah, I did some gray right here too, so I can make the boots kind of pop and stand out a little bit more. You want to check out his helmet? Let's check out his helmet. This helmet, I did a little bit of sculpting up in here, so I still got to sand it down and paint it. I'm not really sure what I'm going with yet with all this, but hey, this is where we're at. And yeah, I'm gonna get to it, guys. And for like sculpting and stuff like that, when I go to sand, I like to use these little sanding tools, these little picks. These work pretty well to get into these like really small to get spots. So if I can zoom in here. Now obviously we have a long way to go on this, but yeah, if I want to get like into small spots, obviously you push a little bit harder and really get in there. But yeah, that's what I use. It seems to work pretty well. You can see all my finger marks and stuff, so we definitely got to get that. Gotta get that down. I want to do it like so it would have a little bit of indentation here on the sides. So I was gonna get that going, get it painted up, even it all out. This is kind of how dude's gonna look. Almost has like a Kylo type feel. Not what I was going for, but I kind of get that feel when I'm looking at him. But I think it's gonna be cool, and I can't wait to get these things done. So I'm gonna weather these guys up. I'm gonna sand this down, and then finish up this helmet because I kind of just hit it with a little bit of. I was trying to figure out where I wanted the colors. Not really sold on any of it yet, but I do like the look. And there goes his head. So let's get some paint going. Let's get some weathering done, and then we'll be on the way. I just finished up sanding this thing down. It's still not perfect, not exactly what I want, but you know, I'd like it good enough. I just want a different look, so that's what he's looking like. So let's hit it with. Before we do, I'm gonna go over it with a wash. Now I already did black, but I want to go over it with the black wash. So I already went over it with the cheap black paint. So I use this for like my cheap stuff. I guess I got that on sale at Meijer for 87 cents, and just kind of hit everybody with small details like black lines and stuff like that, just to kind of darken them up in some areas. Doing some testing on the weapons to see who's going to be holding what again. Cut this down a little bit on his patch, on his pants. First one I did soft goods for legs, and I kind of like it. You just kind of wrap them, and you know, they look like pants, because that's how your pants will look if you're in war in another galaxy. So yeah, I want to hit this with some red up inside of here, and I'm going to use the Tamiya, this gloss, clear red. Let me show you what it looks like. Oh man, it's still not showing you guys exactly what it looks like, but yeah, it almost looks like a jelly. So I want to hit it with a tiny bit of that. I gotta figure out how I can do this a little better so you guys can actually see the process. Still learning on showing process. Then let's jump onto this guy and let's give him a wash. So I'm gonna use this Create Effects to do the washes on these guys. Now this stuff kind of you can also use as your sealer sometimes. Now I have a couple more ways I'm gonna go about it. So and I know some customizers like to use towels and things like that to brush off. Pretty much I'm just kind of use my finger as I see fit. I know it gets your finger all tore up and dirty, but oh well. We washed it with the black. We still got the process coming up with the rust, with the Citadel stuff. You can already tell the difference from the bottom and the top. Just the shine too is pretty cool. I go a little bit lighter in the back because I don't see them having a bunch of Unless they're rolling around on their backs in the mud and shit, I don't think there's any other way. I don't think there's going to be a lot of damage going on back there. I did hit it with some blacks, so now I want to hit it with this also. I like to get the edges. Alright, and then we're going to jump over to the guy that I use, Taskmaster Terminator parts from. I just dremeled that out and shoved parts in there. First Order, not First Order, I am sorry. Original Trilogy Stormtrooper. So we're going to get him going on some weathering also. Alright guys, so I was trying to figure out which one I wanted to do the full out weather. Like, they're all going to get some of this, but there's going to be one that I want to have more than the other. Now, on the Red Squad that I did a couple weeks ago, I went with Original Trooper, so I'm not going to do that to this guy this time. I think we're going to go with Scarif, Shore Trooper. And we're going to give him the full weather. He's got a lot of good creases and divots and stuff like that. So what I'm saying is, we're going to use the corrosion. Then we're going to hit it with the oxide. And then the rust to finalize that. So we're going to go a little bit heavier on him. So I'm going to start with the corrosion. Now this stuff has like, you really want to shake it up well. Now this stuff has more of a grit to it, so it's going to pick up the other colors. And shout out to Gorilla Customs, he's the one that got me on all this. So you want to go in the areas where stuff would kind of sit, right? Not always, but for your heavier stuff. Alright, so we are done. Finally finished with the green squad. Alright, I don't have names for them, so if you guys want to drop some names down in the comments, go ahead and do so. That'd be awesome. I pretty much shot this whole thing, this step by step on how I did it. Usually I don't do that because one of them just fell over. Because the process, takes a little while, so it's hard to film every little thing, and sometimes while you're doing it, you end up changing your mind. So, I did it. because I want to do it for Two Sons. Awesome Facebook group. Go check them out. So without further ado, without further ado, let's check out the Green Squad. Let's see what we're working with. And here we go. Here is Green Squad. Hope you guys enjoyed following along, I guess, for the how-to. Like I said, I do it my way. There's a bunch of different ways. I'm always willing to learn and check out new ways. I'm always watching other people trying to gain some more experience and stuff like that. I just jumped back into Star Wars. It's been a lot of fun so far. I got to create a lot because there is a lot of just open canvas that you can create on, so I think that's really awesome. And a group like Two Sons is really nice to be in, to drop that stuff. Also, shout out to Fodderbox. That's another group that I love to just go in and check out and see what everyone's doing. You can get a lot of cool stuff from other people that you're looking for. You can also help other people out when they're looking for something. So those are some things to keep in mind. Just something really cool. Yeah, this is my passion, just creating crazy characters and having fun with it. You know, making them grimy and dirty. Sometimes I do the clean look. Most of the time I like this style because I can take them outside and get them in the mud and get them dirty and take some really awesome shots. When you get them a more detailed, better look, a little bit of paint application, it really does a lot. So our first guy up front that we got, yeah, he's your Shore Trooper / Scarif, which I did a whole team of these if you guys ever go back and look at the other video. So you guys saw the whole process for him. I wanted to add on those cool looking pants. Like I said, this one was a custom sent to me by a former friend, and yeah, I just wanted to take it and bring it to life a little bit more, add a little bit more life to him. So I believe he was one that added this extra holster on there, so I just went with it. So that's what we got for Shore Trooper. Next up, our big guy, and this is a Taskmaster that I painted all the way through. I put the Stormtrooper helmet on him. I put the Terminator arm on him. Stormtrooper helmet on him. Terminator arm. This is this side piece with the grenades and stuff. That was from some type of game figure. I don't remember what game it was even from. But I know I had a couple of them at one time, and I was using them for like every single custom that I had, because I really thought the gear that they were wearing was really cool. And it almost looks Star Wars-y, like with the way that the pouches are. So we added a skirt to him, cover up some of those legs, kind of bring it all together, and then I added this cape type thing to him. Yeah, I created these guys without a story, so I mean, it's always fun to do that. I usually like to have a little story with them, and usually when I get into a point like that, I'll send the pictures of what I have, what I'm working on, to my friend Tone. I used to create all the stories. I kind of have a base idea, and I'll throw out my ideas of like where these guys are, what's going on with them, and then he comes up with the names and stuff like that. So it's really nice to have other people work with you on stuff like this. So the arm really rusted out nicely. So you get a closer look at this grimy arm. It came out really, really nice. And you can use a legend if you want that guy to be kind of like your bruiser, your big brute of the group. So that's what he's going to be. And then we got our scout. Now these guys are known for being the best shot, right? So we gotta give them more guns. So I had to give them a pistol, a handgun, and then also a rifle because, you know, he's gotta go shoot some stuff. Because supposedly they are the best shots, even though they come with those little dinky guns. Always, those little dinky ones. So also added some pants on him. I also have these straps, which you can add. It's just cheap leather strap that you can grab from Walmart. Any place that sells those, they come in red, gray, brown, black, and then I grabbed this pouch off of somebody. I'm not really sure who that was from. Yeah, we added extra belt because I took off that middle harness area, which I showed. And yeah, I added a cape. I added a skirt thing underneath that. because these guys are kind of out in the elements, so I want them to have a little bit extra stuff depending on the terrain and stuff that they would be in. So that is our Scout Trooper. So tell me what you guys think down in the comments. If you guys have any suggestions for names, also let me know about that, because that would be awesome. I'm always willing to do anything pretty much. If it's cool and we all vibe on it, then I'm down for it. So these guys are the Green Squad. Not to be confused with the 4 that I had for the Red Squad. I had a name for them too, but I forgot it since then, so you know. That's just me. I'm wild and crazy. So thanks for watching. Thanks for taking, 10, 15, 20 minutes out of your day to come through and check it out. And I just jumped into 1/24 scale cars, so there's going to be some of that stuff, as well as Star Wars, as well as Power Rangers, as well as Marvel Legends. So stay tuned. There's going to be some awesome stuff. And yeah, this is just something I love to do. So thank you for watching. Be kind to one another.